coffee's done. Let's have a seat.
YouTube, I am back. I've taken a little bit of a hiatus. There's a lot been going on with work and just personal life. And now I'm on a mandatory quarantine for 2 weeks, so I literally have nothing to do for 2 weeks. I can't leave, so I had to have groceries delivered today, which is the first time, and it was kind of nice, but I was like kind of freaking out because I was like, what if they don't bring me what I want? But anyway, it's kind of been off radar for a while. Let's say God's been doing some things in me, taking me through some stuff, and I'll be honest, I'm discouraged. I'm tired. I feel like I'm kind of fighting some of these battles alone, and I reached out to a pastor friend, and I'm like, hey man, like this is what I got going on. Like I'm really struggling with some things, and I said I feel like God's not talking to me, right? God's just not saying anything. And it was about a day or two, because like when he replies, he takes his time and like really thinks things through, and he's super cool. Really mad respect for him and his wisdom and biblical knowledge. And he responded, and he kind of summed it up, right? I'm like in the desert right now. I'm kind of feeling like I'm walking this alone. I have a lot of anxiety and fear. And one verse that comes to mind when it comes to anxiety is 1 Peter 5:7. Let me read it for you. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth about you. Some translations say anxiety, and that's kind of what I've had to do. But I'm also not doing it. Like, I'm fighting the urge to do it. Because here's the weird thing about me, is the closer I get to God, the more spiritually like in tune I get going. The enemy comes back with harder attacks, and I fall back into my habitual sin, and then I feel guilty and shame because I fell back into the sin. So the enemy just hammers me on all fronts, right? And I'm trying to not have that happen so much. So I've kind of gone into a little hiatus. I just need to kind of get myself together. I have still catching flack from the LGBT community for my comments on same-sex relationships and such like that, and I'm gonna stand by my word. I've been kind of shunned by that community, and I'm a member of that community, although I say kind of a reluctant member, but that's another time. But the groups that want acceptance and want to be seen, right, and heard and feel normal, and the biggest thing comes down, they want to be accepted. And yet ironically, so many of them, when you disagree with their beliefs, they don't accept you, they push you away, right? So they're doing the same thing to me that they feel like the church and the right wing is doing to them. So whatever, that's not my battle right now. Right now my battle is like staying mentally strong, and so I'm going to go through a period of fasting, and I'm not sure what I'm going to fast yet, whether it's social media, TV, like just spend time in the Word and trying to figure some stuff out, because here's the thing, like God is still with me, he still loves me, he still loves you, right, no matter what we're doing. And when we go through these times where we don't hear from him, it gets frustrating, and it's easy to challenge our faith a little bit. Where are you, God? Why did you leave me here? And yet God's just right there. God is always right there, right? He's never early, he's never late, he's always right on time. And when I get closer to breakthroughs, right, that's when I have my biggest struggles. And so my struggles are getting more and more and faster and more intense. So I must be getting close to a breakthrough somewhere. And then another verse that kind of hit to me today is out of Isaiah 41:10. It says, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, I will help thee, I will uphold thee in the hand of my righteousness. The paraphrase of God saying, I got you. No matter what you're going through, I got you. And so often, I didn't realize the TV. You could see the TV right there. So often we forget that, right? And I forget that. I feel I'm in a period of, as my pastor friend said, I'm in a period of lamenting, right? I feel like I'm going through some purging of some things that have to get out of me before I can really get on track with what God's saying. And I'm not going to ramble on much about this because I want to get some other things done tonight. But I just want to encourage you, if you're like me and you're like going through some times of where you feel like God's not there. I don't know where he went. I don't know what to do. Why did he leave me? He didn't leave you. He's right there with you, right? He's walking through this with you. He's just waiting. He's waiting for the right time. So I would encourage you, and I'm also encouraging myself. Hang in there. Seek him. Pray. Get into the word, right? And like for me, I'm having to look at areas of my life that I need to purge out the habitual sin. And I'm working on that, and it's not easy because I'll be honest, it hurts. It hurts to walk away from it because, as I had an old pastor friend say, we sin because sin is exciting, right? Sin is exciting. But I just encourage you, and again, I'm encouraging myself. No matter what you're going through today, hang in there. God's got you. He's right there next to you. He may be silent now, but I'm telling you, your blessing's coming. A breakthrough is coming. And you don't know when, but it's coming. But sometimes we got to go through trials and tribulations over and over and over so we learn the lesson, right? I don't want to wander in the desert for 40 years, right? Like, I don't want to do that. So I'm hanging on, I'm clinging to his word, and I know that a breakthrough's coming for me, and I know a breakthrough's going to come for you too. So just stand firm in your faith. Don't get wrapped up in all the stuff that's going on in the world, because the world is a crazy place right now. Absolutely crazy. But you know what? God is still on the throne. He's still the King of Kings, Lords of Lords. And he's got you. He's got me. Have a great night. Be blessed. Be safe. Bye-bye.